Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? I'm so excited. You have no idea. Tonight is going to be magical. So, tonight is December 2nd, 2025. We are in the middle of our beautiful holiday season, but tonight is going to be really special. Our guests tonight are Vanessa O'Neil, Lorna Luft, and our friend Danielle is going to join us as well. And Vanessa is Judy Garland's granddaughter, which makes her Lorna Luft's daughter. And you are going to love them. You're going to love them even more than I do. I don't know if that's possible. Leo, hit that promo.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and my nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Welcome back. We're so glad you're here. Tonight is going to be amazing. Lori Towers has joined us, the warmest place in town on a cold night. Well, you add to that warmth, Lori, so we're so happy you're here. John Pietero, her handsome husband, has joined us. Lori and John are DJs, music historians, musicians, amazing people, reviewers. They're great people, and they're on WFMU. Gina's Jungle Room on Wednesday nights from 10 to 11. Go and check them out at W.
One of our favorite things, too, if you go to Lori.net and get Actually Oligarchy,
yes,
you want those special things for Christmas, start ordering now.
Beautiful jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Leo? I just realized you're very Oz-like in that your little lighting.
I was thinking I look more like Zoltan.
You look a little Oz-like, maybe a Mexican Oz. I'm going to throw that out there.
Oz?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, so Rena Cornelli-Berge has checked in. She is my cousin from Massachusetts. I was with her for a few days, and my beautiful Ziana. Oh, Ziana's there too. I love my Ziana. She's my mother's sister, and she is the love of my life. And Danielle knows her very well, so that's great. Kimberly Loafer has joined us. I hope I'm saying it right. I don't think anyone loves Lorna as much as I do. Okay, Kimberly, I'm not going to fight you on it because I'm sure you're right. But they are very, very special people, and you're all going to get to see how special they are. Bill Goffey, hi, kids. Hi, Bill Goffey. I was texting with Bill Goffey earlier, and I said, hey, guess who's going to be on the show? And he already knew. He said, I would lose my gay card if I didn't know who was on the show tonight. So don't worry, Bill. No one's going to take that gay card away from you. Bill is an incredible photographer and a wonderful piano player. He plays at the Monster on Saturdays from 7 to 11. Go and check out Bill Goffey. And
he's my Weezer. Hi, Weezer.
Yeah, he is your Weezer. And he takes amazing headshots. He took my headshots, and we're going to get some new headshots. So if you need headshots, go and see Bill Goffey. Lynn Portis, genius. My best buddy and musical director has joined us. Yes, Leo is the wizard, isn't he? And guess what? Tomorrow is Leo's birthday, Linny. It's Leo's birthday, everybody. Don't let it pass you by. Everybody wish Leo a happy birthday.
I'm hitting 56.
56. All right. I've done that already, plus some.
And you know who's hitting 55?
Who?
Our friend Feliciano.
Peter Feliciano of Peter Feliciano Fine Jewelry. He is an amazing jewelry designer, and his stuff is very Puerto Rican specific because that's where he is from. So it's just gorgeous stuff. Go and check out Peter Feliciano Designs. Annette Zito has joined us of Kitchenette. She is an amazing chef, and she has a cookbook that I just love, and she is creates menus for the Oscars. Annette Zito,
can we spill it?
What?
Can we spill it now that it's been on TV?
I don't know. Let's ask Annette if it's okay.
There was a commercial though already about it.
Annette was on it. Go ahead,
Annette
Leo.
was on it. December 8th, I think at 10 o'clock. Password with Jimmy Fallon. Watch our Annette Zito.
Annette Zito's going to be on Password.
And you
Oh
better
my
do
God.
good. You better.
She's going to be great. Don't worry about it. She's so smart, as they would say in Massachusetts. Happy birthday, Eve Leo, says Rena. Yes, it's we're in Sagittarius season, which is great. I love my Sag friends. They're the nicest people you can ever imagine. Okay, I do want to put. We want to talk quickly before we zoom in the girls. We want to talk quickly.
Should we run a little reveal?
Yes, let's do it. This is our calendar, our 2026, nothing but the apron calendar. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am losing my mind over a calendar. So if you don't know, every year we do a nothing but the apron calendar, which means that our guests, our calendar people, wear nothing but our apron. And they take pictures and they send them into us and we turn it into a calendar. And this year is, if you ask me, too hot to handle. I can't handle it. So if you want, this is last year, which would be this year.
This is this month.
2025. Look at that handsome devil. That is Michael G. He is very Italian. He's been to Italy like 3 times this year already. And he is a lawyer, I believe. And he is enjoying a little espresso there. Bill Goffey took that picture, by the way. And he looks great. So I love Michael. Michael, thank you for being Mr. February and closing out 2025.
I think that I think there's been an adjustment to our apron.
You know, all the gay boys do the same thing. They hike up the apron. They hem
There's a
the
mirror
apron.
back there. Did you see the mirror in the back?
Oh, there it is. Of course you would notice that.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Oh my goodness, is right. But it's so funny. My sister always notices it. She goes, wait a minute. Is that, and Rena too, is that apron shorter? I go, no, they just all do the same thing. They hike it up.
It's just the fashion. Yeah, we noticed the fashion. Yeah.
So that is Michael. If you want a 2026 apron, please contact me. If you work anywhere in this, if you're anywhere in the city, you can come and pick it up at any of my jobs. I'm at Stonewall on Mondays. I am at Duplex on Wednesdays, and I'm at Brandy's Piano Bar Friday and Saturday. Just swing by and get it. It's $15 and it's worth every penny. You shan't be disappointed. Okay, speaking of shan't be disappointed, Elliot Roth, my friend who is my the piano player on Friday night at Brandy's, and Karen Mack, who we adore, amazing singer.
Oh, my Cookie Mac.
Amazing singer. They are doing their yearly Christmas show at Pangea this Sunday at 7 p.m. And guess who their special guests are?
Who?
Sean Harkness and me. Woo-hoo! I can't believe it. I'm so flattered that they asked me. So it's a great show. I always go to it anyway.
Is this a live one, Maria? Is this a live broadcast too?
I don't think they're doing a live stream. No, I don't think at Pangea they do live streams. Although I do enjoy a live stream because I can't get to most stuff. But
me too.
Anyway, so Rena says happy birthday. That's bastardized. It's Italian English for you. Anyway, Karen Mack has joined us. You are going to be awesome. No, you are going to be awesome. I'm just going to pepper the music with an original song that I wrote. It's called Me and My Little Sister. I wrote it for my sister many years ago as a Christmas gift, and it's really cute. So, but Karen and Elliot and Sean Harkness you're just gonna be blown away. So if you haven't already got your tickets, please get your tickets. It's Pangea this Sunday at it's December 7th at 7:00. And Pangea is on 2nd Avenue, and I believe like around 11th Street, around there. Okay. All right.
Can we hey, Jennifer Pace out there, we love you, honey.
Yeah, we're sending a lot of love out to Jennifer Pace. Gary Pace, who we all know is an amazing jazz pianist, happens to be Jennifer's dad. He's a beautiful, beautiful guy. extremely talented and kind. He's been on the show, and he passed away this week. And we send them so much love. Jennifer's an amazing singer. She got the gene, and they did a lot of stuff together, a father and daughter jazz team. So we send a lot of love to the Pace family. And there's another angel in heaven now playing some gorgeous piano.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you for reminding me, Leo. Okay. So great things run in great families, right? Talent is passed down. And this family is probably one of the most iconic families in the history of music and entertainment. So we tonight is very, very, very special because we've been talking a lot about Judy Garland estates, right? On Instagram, on all social platforms. We've been sending you their hashtag. You take a picture that has something to do with the Wizard of Oz, please hashtag Judy Garland estate. We've been saying that for the last few weeks, and with good reason. God knows we all love Judy Garland, right? There is not a person that I know that doesn't absolutely love Judy Garland.
And it's not just Wizard of Summerstock was on yesterday, and I had to watch the whole damn thing.
See,
because I'm here on my couch, and I was singing "Hallelujah, come on,
Christmas in St. Louis, A Star Is Born." I just over and over and over again, and I personally am a huge fan of her TV show as well. That was iconic. So, but anyway, let's forge ahead. Judy Garland, because we don't want to lose a minute of great time with these girls. So Judy Garland, is loved by all of us. I don't know one person that doesn't love Judy Garland. I've never met them.
Introduce me to that person, please.
Yeah, no, I don't think they exist. But anyway, so I recently, Danielle, our friend Danielle, of Danielle Alexandria Alchemy, who we know Danielle, she's been on our show many times. She said, I have two people I want you to meet, and let's get them on the show. And oh my God, I'm so excited. So Leo, are we ready to zoom in? Vanessa O'Neil?
Picture of Danielle and that, and yes, I am ready.
Yay! There's Danielle and Lorna at 54 Below. Oh my God, we have so much to cover. This is going to be there. She is! Yay!
Hi!
Hi, Vanessa. How are you, sweetheart?
Maria, I'm doing great, except I sound like this.
Well, honey, your mom told me that you both have a little bit of a cold thing, right?
Yeah, we're doing fine, but it was funny yesterday. Mom and I were both, our voices were gone, and I said, are we going to have to do this in subtitles or sign language? We're going to do it. The show must go on.
But love
thank
that.
God there's sound coming out of my mouth now.
Yeah, and you sound great. Don't worry about it. Like, you're the only one who knows, you and your mom, because she said the same thing. So anyway, honey, we had a wonderful conversation this week. I'm so glad to get to meet you. And so much is happening. So with Judy Garland Estate, it is kind of, the wheels have started turning, and you and your mom, and I know Danielle is part of, you called her the man behind the curtain yesterday, right? And
the woman behind, we'll talk all about that, and I'm so excited to share all the exciting things.
Okay, so let's start. I want you to tell everybody what's happening, and it's so much stuff to cover. So go ahead and get the wheels going.
Well, I'll just say the last couple of years have been really an exciting time for not only our family, but just this giant resurgence of like all things Oz with the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere, which we will talk about, which is incredible. Obviously, everything with Wicked. Oz just seems to be like at the forefront, which I can't tell you how grateful I am for that. Not that I know, like for me, that the Wizard of Oz is here forever, and that just makes me happy because so many people absolutely love that story and that movie. But I have kids. I have a 3-year-old and a 9-year-old, and of course I show them the Wizard of Oz and all these things, and it still lives on. But to have something fresh like the Sphere and Wicked, where kids can go into a theater and see something new, is really, really exciting. And I feel so confident that this generation is like hooked on Oz. They are totally, gonna be loving all the stories that Oz brings. So that has been so exciting for all of us in and out of the Oz world in our family.
All right, can
and
you
with
tell
that,
this is the picture of your mom at the Sphere. Well, this is not just a picture, it's a little video. Do you want to talk
yes.
about that experience?
Yeah. So, that was me. Okay. So leading up to this event, for the premiere at the Sphere, I was so excited. And anything that has, not anything, but a lot of things that have to do with my family make me emotional,
Of course.
But when big events like this happen, I can't tell if I'm gonna like be overly excited about what's going on, that I'm not, tapping into those emotions or whatnot. So I was curious to see how that experience would be. And it was such a special moment this was a first for me because throughout my life, I've watched so much of our family stuff, but always shown to me typically through, my mom. And she, has shown me, my whole life, like put something on and then, we've watched it together. But this was the first time that it was both of our first times seeing something together. And I can't really tell you how special that is because I didn't even think that's possible to see something new of, my grandma, her mom together for the first time.
Wow.
So that was so, so special. And like I said, I was skeptic if I was just going to be overwhelmed. As soon as this thing started, I'm like,
Of course. Of course. I mean, we would all feel that. And we're not even related.
100%. You will.
We all feel it anyway. Anytime, I don't care how old you are, everyone remembers the first time they saw The Wizard of Oz. And it's just as fresh every time you see it, right?
Absolutely. And seeing it in this new way, it's that freshness, like you're saying. And it's the music, it's just everything that just makes your heart like explode with it's just so happy. And
I love it.
Such a beautiful story. So it was a wonderful event.
That's beautiful, honey. And I know you and your mom have been really just doing the circuit. You've been on a ton of shows.
Well, my mom really, really has. I mean, always, but things have been moving rather quickly these days. And I saw the importance of doing something in the moment. Like, I think timing is everything. And I knew that this is a special time in the world. And I've had so much love for obviously my family, but to learn about my grandmother's work and things like that took me time. And I'm actually really grateful for that because I really viewed, and I still do, I feel like I was able to, through my, my mom, but my family sharing so much of her, I always felt a closeness to her.
Oh, please talk about this. This is so special.
I've always felt connected to her, probably because she's been so in our life, my entire life. I've, it's a unique thing to have a relative that you did not get a chance to meet, but you have this much footage of, to go alongside with the stories that your family tell you about this, your family member.
Right.
But I'm really grateful it took me until I got a lot older to really look extensively at her work. I've always seen the big stuff and known about her work in general, but it's taken me this time to really, really learn more about her career. And I'm really grateful because I just viewed her as grandma. She just is my grandma, and I feel like forming that relationship first is the most important. And now as I'm older, I can explore more of that career. And, the legacy word to me always feels a little funny because it's our family, but I have a better understanding of that as I'm older and the importance of carrying that forward. So yeah, it's been a really exciting time to be able to help out with that a little.
I love that. Can you talk about that picture? Because I know that you went, that was a very special experience. And you have a little You have a little clip on Judy Garland Estate, which is, I'm begging everybody to go to it after the show. It's so fun and so exciting and so nostalgic and so moving. I love it. And I'm sending everybody that way. But I saw this short video, but you said you had spent like a few hours there. So what was that like?
Oh, at the Ruby Slippers
Yeah.
Museum? Yes. So last month, I was invited down to the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures in Los Angeles with another gentleman named Pat Gallagher.
My friend Pat Gallagher from the Judy Garland Archive Socials to the Museum of...
Oh, are they playing it? Oh, sorry. They started playing it. I saw the video pop up in my screen.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So, yes. So we got invited down to the Academy Museum to come view the slippers, which was so wonderful. And I've seen them, throughout my life in many different places. But this pair that the Academy Museum own, they took out for us in their conservation lab. And I had never spent because I was in there for like an hour to an hour and a half hanging out with them, which was so special. And it's an interesting thing when I go to view something like these iconic, movie memorabilia or something, because I get so overwhelmed with that. They're my families. Like that's my immediate, my heart just is like, oh my God, I'm close to something that was my grandma. My grandma.
I'm gonna cry. It's so beautiful.
That were such a pivotal part of her career, but just knowing that she's the one that was in those shoes.
Oh my God.
So I get a little bit more excited about the family part for myself, and then I can also see the scope of the importance of those slippers from the most iconic film I think ever.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's anybody that would argue that point.
Yeah.
It is the most iconic, famous, most loved,
multi-generational,
and it keeps going and keeps going. It's still, some things you look back at and you say, okay, well, that's dated. I still love it, but it's dated, or it's dated, and it's okay. But this just isn't. It's transcended time and generations, and also cultural changes. Like
absolutely,
because loving other human beings as she loves her friends that she meets along the way, it never changes. That is always a beautiful lesson to teach kids and adults. Like that we may be lost in the world, but we're going to run into people that are going to care about us.
Exactly. It's about hope. It's about love. It's about friendship. It's funny. It's innovative. It's amazing. It really, really is. And I'm so grateful that people are still inspired by the original people who made the 1939 classic and how innovative they were. People are still being inspired by that innovation and still are being innovative with that film. And that's, to me, that's such a core, at its core, what it is.
Yep, absolutely. Let me interrupt for a second. Kimberly says, Vanessa, I feel very much the same way. Never met Judy, but I feel a connection to her. She is with and has been with me all my life, every day. And so many people will tell you that.
So I do want to say something, Kimberly, that is so sweet of you to say. And so many people over the years, I've heard, it's not like, oh, I love your grandma. I'm a fan of your grandma's. It's like, your grandma saved me. Things like this that people tell me. Your family, she's everything to me. She's my inspiration.
Right.
So I've heard this my whole life, but it did take time to get older to really process the weight of that. And I feel that if there's a way to continuously spread hope, joy, and love, and I could possibly do that by continuously sharing our family's legacy, why wouldn't I do that?
Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
It's serious though. I seriously mean that. And so with the social media presence, that's been such a blessing to be able to give back to the fans who have loved our family for so many years.
Yeah, I love that. Eugenia Mesa Dominguez, who happens to be my girlfriend, says I'm literally crying about all of the grandmother connections. And she's not she's a tough girl, but she is very moved by all of this.
At the end of the day, Maria, I think anybody, we're a family, and
yeah.
our family is in a business that gets a lot of eyes on them. But at the end of the day, we're a family, and everybody can relate to this stuff,
Yeah.
And so it's been really, really beautiful. We've had so much support going into this, and I can only say that we are putting so much love and intention into every single thing we are doing.
Absolutely.
Because that's the type of respect I think, my grandma and the rest of everybody deserves, so
Absolutely.
we're just pouring that into this.
And Chris Artori says we'll have to go to the Sphere in Las Vegas and see the amazing Wizard of Oz with all its technology. I have heard nothing but like amazing things about it. People are so moved by it. So
It's
put
incredible.
that on your list. I think it might be time to bring your mom in.
Yes, I would love that. Let's bring her on.
Let's bring her on. Leo, you ready?
Yes.
We have the amazing Lorna Luft. Yes.
Yay!
Lorna, I am so happy you're here. You have no idea. First of all, everybody loves you. You're very well loved in the community of the cabaret community, which I've been in for many years. Everyone, there's not one bad word. You will never hear one bad word about Lorna Luft. So I need you to.
The check cleared.
It did. Woo! Thank God. Thank God. No, but seriously, your reputation precedes you as a wonderful, easy to work with, lovely human with a beautiful voice and just an amazing presence. So thank you for that. And I also want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I work at the Stonewall Inn and we have mutual friends there. And I need people to know this before I even let Lorna say anything. You are so loved and respected at the Stonewall Inn. People just adore you and thank you for everything you've done for the Stonewall. And your mom is I always say, if it wasn't for your mom, I don't know if there would be a Stonewall. People rioted because they were upset about your mom, and they said, not tonight. That's over. No. And that is why the riots, they protected themselves. And the next day there was a march because it had to do with Judy Garland. Anyone you ask that knows anything about the Stonewall Inn will tell you that story. If there were no Judy, there would probably be no Stonewall Inn. So thank you for continuing to do amazing things for the Stonewall. I know Sigby, which is Stonewall Inn Gives Back Initiative. You are a part of that. Yes. Lorna, seriously, you are so loved. You need to know that.
Thank you. Thank you, Marie. It's a very, very, very special, historic, now protected and historic landmark. And I think that it has every right to be. And I love going down to Stonewall. And it does have a very special place in my family history. And of course, it has a real special meaning for me because that's where Pride began. And they have the T-shirts there, and I just hope that when you go to Stonewall that and if you don't know this story, just go and do a bit of homework because it's a fascinating, really incredible thing that happened that night and that I had to learn about. And I did, and it was overwhelming. And of course, I whenever I'm asked by Kurt and Stacy to do anything for Stonewall, and I'm available, I always will. I mean, it's just a place that it's not only pride, but it's respect. And I think we were saying earlier on, Maria, that we were both there when President Obama turned it into a national landmark, which is really,
I have chills. I have chills that you're saying that.
It was really overwhelming for me, only because, I mean, you come to New York and you have the Empire State Building, and then you have the Statue of Liberty, you have and now you have the Stonewall right there, it was such a wonderful afternoon and a wonderful weekend when that happened.
Yep, absolutely. Now you just did something. You have to. I mean, everybody has to know. You just did something over the summer at Yankee Stadium. Do you want to talk about that? I thought that was so fun. I think this is so great.
Okay. Well, phone call. I got this phone call from a very, very good friend of mine who is a remarkably talented singer, actor, Broadway person that's been my friend for a long time. And her name is Haley, and it's Haley Swindle. And she called me up, and I've known Haley for a long time, and she's just one of my dearest and closest friends. And you may know Haley's name from reading about her recently in the New York Times. Haley's grandfather was George Steinbrenner. Wow. And so, of course, the Steinbrenner family has the Yankees, who I adore. So I've always been, I've always listened to Haley, and she said, my big dream is to produce the show, Damn Yankees, which she did.
Wow.
Just saw it in Washington, D.C., and it's going to come into New York, and it's fantastic.
I love that show.
It really is wonderful. Damn Yankees, I love that show. Really great.
Yep.
Anyway, so she called me at the very beginning of the summer, and she said, hey, would you like to throw the first baseball out for Pride with Kurt and Stacy from the Stonewall? Wow. And without thinking, I said, sure, I'd love to do that. And I love it. And I thought, are you crazy? I've never had a baseball in my hand, never mind throw it out in Yankee Stadium. So I called Vanessa, and she said, Mom, you got to do it. And I said, okay, I don't know what to do. And she said, well, call somebody. Call somebody. I said, well, okay. So then I called my son. Of course, my son, Vanessa's brother, he has two amazing, amazing children. Jordan, who is 11, and Luke, who is 9. And Luke is a baseball person. Now, I am taking direction from this 9-year-old. Okay. And he's got this baseball, and he's going, and they call me Gigi. And they say, Gigi, just do this with it. And I think, I got to go get a baseball. So I didn't even have one. So I went to a store and I bought one, and I came back, and Lukey is teaching me about how to throw this ball. Then I thought, no, I need an adult. I really do. And Luke was so perfect. But I said, I have to go rehearse. And so I called this friend of mine, and this friend of mine said, let's go to Central Park, and we'll throw, I'll teach you how to do this. I did this in high school, and I know how to do this. I said, okay. So now we go to Central Park, and he's teaching me how to, if I want to throw this ball the right way, how to step out from, if you're going to throw it with your right arm, step out with your left foot, and the absolute opposite.
It's a lot harder than people
think. Doing it. And he comes over to me and he says, can I give you just a little advice? I said, please. He said, can you say practiced instead of rehearsed? That didn't rehearse this, because I don't know. I just think it would be better if you said practice. I said, fine, good. Let's start with dialogue. Okay. So now they say, okay, you're going. And I went into Yankee Stadium. I saw Haley. And then Haley's mom comes in. I thought, oh my goodness. All right. And just being at Yankee Stadium is so overwhelming. It's so and it's so filled with history. And you're walking along, I'm looking at these incredible photographs and all that. And it was really, really one. And then I looked at the field and I thought, oh my goodness. And I started to shake. And they said, well, come on, let's go. I said, where? And they said, you're going down. I said, okay. So we walked down, and when they said, okay, you're going to go onto the field, they're going to announce Kurt, and they're going to announce Stacy from Stonewall, and that you are throwing the very first pitch out for Pride. Good luck. I was so terrified.
Oh,
so terrified. And I stepped up, and I didn't have to step onto the
mound.
That's
mound.
it. That's
mound.
good.
Mound.
That's it.
That's hard. That's a long distance. People don't
I
realize.
stood in front of it, and I did it. I threw it. Patrick caught it, and then he jumped up and down. Then I jumped up and down, and I hugged him, and I said, "Thank you, thank you." I said, "I was so nervous." He said, "You were nervous." I said, "Okay, here's the deal. You go and sing at the Hollywood Bowl,
Right.
and then we can change places." He would. I'd be too terrified. I said, "Now you've got the feeling." That's
Right.
how scared I was to do that.
Well, thank you for throwing the first pitch out for Pride. Woo! Everybody, give it up for Lorna. Amazing.
It was so good. It was so good.
Now
I told her, Maria, I said, this is funny. This is our family, right? I'm like, she calls me, she's doing this thing. I'm like, Mom, you're an athlete. You were Paulette Rebchek in Grease too.
Yes.
And she bowled. And you are an athlete. Remember that.
Vanessa, you're such a great coach.
You were such a great coach.
This is dig deep.
Such a great coach.
You acted as an athlete once.
How long ago was that?
But you know what? Leo sent me videos today. So everybody, if you didn't know, Lorna Luft was in Grease too. So
Paulette.
I'm telling you, these are big deals. Big deals. Now you're also you're an amazing singer. Amazing, beautiful singer. You do a lot of cabaret, and just you're very loved. You're very loved in this community, and so I just want to thank you for setting this wonderful example of you can be a great singer, you can be a star, and still be a nice person, because you are. That's your reputation.
Well, I would hope everybody is.
Everybody's not. Everybody's not at all. You are lovely, so thank you.
Thank you.
Now you just did a show at the West Bank Cafe at the Laurie Beachman Theater, right? And you have another show coming up in December.
Yes, and I've got shows in London, and then I've got other shows to do around this area, and then stay tuned, because I can't tell you about it yet, but when I can, it's a really big deal. But I want to tell you that the West Bank Cafe is it's such a wonderful theatrical hangout, and it's got it's just been there for so long, and Tom and Michael are just so wonderful.
We love them. We've had them on the show.
And they put their heart and soul into the theater.
Yep.
And I was fortunate enough not to know her, but I was fortunate enough to go and see Laurie Beachman. And she was extraordinary.
Yep, wow. She was.
She really was. And she was vocally just a dynamic, unbelievable singer that really could tear the paint off the back wall. And she was such a kind person, and we went on that journey, I think all of us, of her life, and she left us way too early. Mm-hmm. But the coolest thing is when you go to the Laurie Beachman Theater, she's there on your shoulder. So that's so cool.
Absolutely. So there's your show, and I know you have more coming up. You have tons of shows. I was looking at your stuff. Tons of shows coming up. So folks, please, if you want to follow Lorna, you should follow Lorna, because she's doing a million things. And first thing is go to Judy Garland Estate on all social platforms, and follow that, and you'll get to see Vanessa as well. And Danielle is helping you with all that, right? Our friend Danielle.
Yes. So we would love,
and she is. But I got to tell you something, you guys. I've found the perfect person that I've always thought about this. You know, I've always wanted to make sure that whenever I do anything related to the Wizard of Oz, that it's always done with someone who understands the meaning of not only the movie, but of my family. Mm-hmm. And I found that with this extraordinary designer and friend, Jill Martin. And yes. Jill has been, you know, in the industry for so long. And we decided that we were going to partner up and do merchandise for you know, the Wizard of Oz.
I love this.
And I just want to tell you that this is a shameless plug, but I'm going to be
shameless. We have to.
We're going to be on QVC together this Saturday around between 11 and 12, and I just want to show you, if I may.
Yes, please.
We're doing these incredible Sherpas, which are the warmest, fuzziest,
yummy, delicious,
yummy thing ever.
I feel like a stuffed animal when I wear it. Like I'm so cozy. They're beautiful.
And it says there's no place like home.
With the poppies.
Oh my God, I love that.
I know.
That is phenomenal, and it's perfect. So you're selling them this Saturday on QVC?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know if it's Central Time, Eastern? Well, we just have to look.
I don't, but Danielle will.
Danielle knows it.
But these are just, I mean, they're so wonderful. And we've worked really, really very hard making sure, because we really did this really very, very quickly, you know, because of all the excitement and meeting Jill and her enthusiasm and her love and her respect. And I thought I have finally found the right person to do things all about the Wizard of Oz.
Right.
And she was also there at the premiere. But I as Vanessa said it, she did it so well. That night was really extraordinary for me to not only watch this reinvention of the film, but to have my whole family there,
right,
with my daughter and my son and both sets of their children. And it was a ride. And it was funny because I mean, you don't plan things, you just sit there and you think, you know, we were nervous because I think it was sort of like it was like the feeling you get on an opening night.
Of course.
And it was, what was really interesting was at one point I looked down the row and all of us were holding hands.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I thought this is really, really, it's great.
Special.
And of course, Vanessa burst into tears, and then I burst into tears, and then it was,
of course,
you know, a box of Kleenex went a long way that night.
Of course. I mean, how can you not become emotional?
Well, because you know something, I mean, listen, the movie means so much to so many people in different ways.
Right.
And over the years, I've heard so many stories of what it has meant to people. And it's all, you know, they're watching a film and they're watching this movie that has become iconic, and the message of the movie, which is so simplistic, actually. I mean, when you think about it, it's about education, it's about courage, it's about the home, and it's about heart. It's everything that is.
It's like the human experience.
You want in your life.
Life,
Okay?
yeah.
And L. Frank Baum, I did, a lot of interesting dictionary work about him. And I mean, how he found the word Oz, how he did this. And he's the one that I think that I'm sure that the cast of Wicked, I know John Chu feels the same way of he is the true wizard of the whole thing. And so L. Frank Baum, nobody, sometimes people don't know who that is. And I said, he wrote the books.
He wrote the books,
all of the books. And it goes on.
Yep. And there's also a musical about L. Frank Baum, and one of my very good friends, David Foley Jr., played him. There's a musical about about the writer of the Wizard of Oz and his life and his experience. So look out for that too, because he did it about 2 years ago, and
that's very cool.
Yeah, it may be coming off Broadway soon.
That's great. I mean, he's someone that needs to get the admiration that we all have for his work.
Absolutely.
We have the admiration because we've all gone to the film and we've all seen, now all of the adaptations of the film. But it's because of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of his imagination.
Now we're going to take a quick break because I don't know if you know, but we always have a food section of the show. And there's Danielle. Hi, Danielle. This is our friend Danielle of Danielle Alexandria Alchemy. We love her, and we had Danielle on the show many, many times, and she's helped many of our viewers take that very special journey to spiritual places that we all appreciate. So thank you, Danielle. But also, what you may or may not know about Dee is that she also does great PR work and behind the scenes work, right?
Maria, could I give her a little shout out before you do your food?
Please.
Okay. So I always refer to her as the woman behind the curtain, people, because she helps Mom and my visions become realities. So we say, okay, Danielle, oh my God, what if we did this? And for a reel or a post on our social media platforms. And it's like, I don't know if that's even possible, but we just tell Danielle and she says, oh, hold on. And she does them. And she's like amazing because she knows us and she loves us and she loves our family, but she knows how to do all the technical things that me and Mom are like, okay, this is above our
know a little bit more than a lot more than I still on my phone. I mean,
Lorna, I'm the same way. Believe me.
I know.
If you put sticks together, fire.
You're getting better. You sent me a link today. We'll talk about that later. But she
sent me a link, and here you are.
Impressed.
I get links too. She does. She can do more than she says.
So we just have to thank Danielle so much for being for me personally on the Judy Garland estate page. She has been there with me, helping me make every post become a reality. And she's right there with the same intent, with the love that we have and so much good intention in every post. So we really, really have to thank Danielle.
You guys, it's really, really hard, really wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay, so the section of the show, it's the food section of the show is called Go Ahead, Keep Eating. So,
because we're Italian, we gotta do it.
I love it.
So on the count of three, everybody, 1, 2, 3, we all say, "Go ahead, keep eating." Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead.
Keep eating.
Very nice.
Also, hi Ziana, I love you.
Yeah, Ziana's out there. She's out there watching. So what I do is I like to stay creative. I ask my guests to come on, and I say, well, I can't. I have to continue to be creative myself. So what did I make tonight? I went with the theme. I made a penne with pesto for the Emerald City. So a green pasta and I have some scallions on there. So there's garlic in here, there's pinoli in here, a little bit of butter. So this is an Emerald City pasta. There we go. Now this salad, I'm very proud of this salad. So this
Colin, are you watching? Lorna's husband is the big chef.
Cook.
Oh, really?
We all
Okay.
we're
And
foodies.
Vanessa's a chef too.
We're
Okay,
constantly sending each other videos of the food. So come on, we'll add you to the chat. What do you got?
So I have a green leaf lettuce with baby cucumbers. And wait, this is my piece de resistance. I took beets, as in heartbeats, and cut them in the shape of hearts for the Tin Man. And wait a minute, for the Scarecrow, who's my favorite, remember the part where the tree starts throwing apples at Dorothy and the Scarecrow? Well, there are apples in here as well. And then for a vinegar, I'm going to use a honey ginger vinegar, and that is for the lion because he was a ginger.
I love it.
And then a Persian lime, because limes are green, olive oil. And that in a Green Goddess seasoning from Trader Joe's. That is my Emerald City gorgeous salad. Come on. Look at the hearts. Oh my God.
Very good. And if you can't get those apples, you can go to the Sphere while they're still dropping apples from the sky.
Oh my God, really? Now
yes, they drop apples from the sky.
Of course, what would we have for dessert tonight other than munchkins?
There you go.
We had to have munchkins for the Wizard of Oz. Now we have to stay with the theme. I love a good theme. Now it's Leo's birthday tomorrow. Leo, can you join us, please? Just pop your head in. And we have to sing happy birthday to Leo.
Pay no attention to the man in the square.
I know. And then, Leo, you'll have to blow out the candles. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leo. Happy birthday to you.
You know what? I just scored tonight.
Yes, Mom.
Very nice.
He's gonna score tonight.
Oh my God!
Get the bowling balls out.
Get the bowling balls. Get those gold glitter leggings on.
Oh my God!
I have to say, my guiltiest pleasure of that movie is the group number with Tab Hunter and Connie Stevens when you guys did reproduction. Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
I'm obsessed with Grease too. My mom would constantly find me watching, and she said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Get out of here! Let me watch in peace."
I love it.
Listen, you know something? I think that both movies were a lot of fun for a lot of people to grow up with.
Yes.
And, I am very proud and very honored that I will always be a pink lady.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
And I will always have my jacket, and that I'm able to see Patricia Birch at least once or twice a week while it's winter and a lot of us don't want to go out and all of that, but I make a point to see Pat because she's such a huge part, and she formed all of those dances and choreographed the first one and directed and choreographed the second one, and it was so interesting. I was watching the movie Big, which was on TV the other night, and she choreographed Tom Hanks doing that dance on the piano.
Wow.
And to myself, and First Wives Club, the Cyndi Lauper stuff, and all the stuff that Pat has done. And so I'm so glad that she has such a true love and respect for this business. But she taught me. She really did. She brought me up, and I remember her saying to me, she said, "You know what you've got to do?" And I said, "No." And she said, because I met her when I went into there playing our song. And I met Pat and we remained really good friends. And then, of course, we did Grease too. But she said, you have to learn to trust yourself, because if you don't trust yourself, the audience won't.
I love that.
And
I love that.
It's sort of a remarkable relationship that we all have with an audience.
Mm-hmm.
And especially
now, Lorna,
in smaller venues.
Yeah.
You've
right
been
there.
performing forever, and you continue to perform, which I love. Was the first time that you performed when you were on your mom's TV show, or had you performed before that? Because you were pretty small
not
then.
public. I mean, you know, we sang around the house, and you know, when we were in schools and stuff, but not no. The Christmas show was the first time, and I mean, everybody's asked me what that was like, and I thought it was great. I got to get out of school for a week. I mean, it was fun, and I learned a lot. And I know that a lot of people at this time of year, they watch
Yep.
that episode,
They do.
and it's great and it's fun. And I'm glad that my grandchildren now are beginning to see. It's interesting because I think all of us, as we grow up, we see our parents differently.
Mm-hmm.
So when, it's always been hard, to understand when I was a little girl that Dorothy was my mom.
Wow.
Because she was a little girl, and it was
yeah.
Wow.
That's it's hard. And then as you grow up, you go, okay, I get it. Okay. Because you're getting to be an adult and all that. And so when I always thought to myself, when do I show that movie to my children? And because I know that everybody has their own remembering time of the first time they saw it, and the monkeys and the witch and the thing, and they all have their special time, and they all got scared at once, or they all got really happy at once, and they all of that. But I was just as scared of the monkeys as everyone else was. But we had a really well-meaning nanny, and she kept coming to us, and she kept saying, "That's your mom. That's your mom. That's your mom." And my mom was really in New York, and she called when the film was on television for the first time.
Yes.
And she got hysterical children crying and crying that the monkeys had taken her to New York.
And what wasn't Grandma performing at the Palace?
Yeah.
So she's busy performing, and the kids are watching The Wizard of Oz for the first time on television, and they're like crying, hysterical.
Right. And so I told Vanessa this, and I said I reacted just the way everybody else did. Right. Okay. But I always thought it was sort of interesting that there were a lot of people that when it was on television for the very first time, they didn't have that many color television sets.
Right.
So when they opened that door, it was like, so okay, until later. And then when they got a television set that was color, now I understand why.
That's a great point.
Such a good point. Yes.
Yeah.
And Vanessa had us put that on the estate page, because Vanessa had us find this treasure of the introduction of The Wizard of Oz the first time it was on television. We have the audio on
and there's
Vanessa's
the sweetest
page.
Picture of my mom and aunt,
and there's a picture of Lorna, like little Lorna, like
baby,
this, watching it for the first time.
Oh, I love that. That's
cool.
so beautiful. Yeah. So folks, if you don't know, Judy Garland also had a TV show that was amazing and gave so many people opportunities to perform. I know Barbara Streisand, who's my girlfriend's favorite, that is one of her most greatest memories of her life performing, and she talks about it in her book.
Yeah, she's been incredibly kind and honest and generous, and Barbara has been nothing but absolutely stunning, and telling of what it was like for her to go on my mom's television show, and that's when I first, met her. And it has become something of legend, and it is legendary, and is because you're watching two of the greatest vocal performers of their generation, and all of that just be themselves.
Do their
They
thing.
weren't playing,
Yeah.
any roles, and they weren't doing it. They were just out there singing.
Right.
And
And
I just think it's just, Barbara has been just incredibly kind, and she knows how much, our family loves her.
Oh, well, I just love watching, because when I watch it, I think these two are, in my opinion, the greatest singers of all time. And no one will argue with that. And they were women of a generation where women weren't always in the forefront. And and she said that, in her book, she talks about how Judy made her feel so comfortable and how nervous she was to be on her show, and how she just put her arm in hers. And when you watch it, you're like, how generous of someone that was so seasoned to take a young person and say, don't worry about it.
But that's who she was.
That's who she was.
She was so generous.
Mm-hmm.
And
it runs in the family. It really does. I can tell you. I may be a tiny bit biased, but it runs in the family with these two.
Well, thank you.
I love how Grandma at the very end shakes her hand, though.
Yeah.
It seemed just such a respect.
Yeah.
It was like such a respectful thing, because Barbara was like 18.
Yeah, she was really young.
Yeah,
so for her to shake her hand, I just thought was very cool and respectful and special.
And she really liked her a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loved listening to her voice, but she liked her as a person, and you could tell.
I love that. I love that.
That's what came across, and that's why people love it so much, and because they just hit it off really well.
Yeah, I love that.
Chemistry.
So go, if you've never seen it, just go on YouTube and type in Barbra Streisand, Judy Garland on the Judy Garland Show. Now we have come to the end of our show. I can't believe it. This hour has flown by.
God.
I know.
I am so happy that you both took the time to come on the show. Danielle, thank you so much for bringing your beautiful friends here. Leo, for running everything the way you run it so perfectly. And please, I can't say enough about, go to Judy Garland Estate on social media. Please follow. You will love it. I follow it, and the best stuff comes up. And it's just really great. And you're also so sweet about interacting with your people that will write something in. You interact with them. It's really lovely.
Well, thank you. You've been absolutely charming, wonderful, funny, dear. And as I said, we all live in a pretty fantastic city where we can say, I'll see you around the block.
Yep.
Okay, and you guys can FaceTime me around the block in LA. Sounds fabulous.
Now,
until we get you here.
You're in LA, Vanessa, and also your husband is a firefighter for the LA County. So big round of applause for LA County firefighters. Oh my God, how wonderful.
Thank you. Big round of applause for all the firefighters around the world sacrificing every single day to keep us all safe.
We do. And let me tell you something, Vanessa, we love the FDNY, and we love the LA firefighters. And I love every firefighter because they are truly, truly heroes.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I will tell you this, Maria, and everybody else. My mom, everyone's like, oh my God, Lorna left. You're Judy. She's like, yes. But my son-in-law is an LA County fireman.
Yes.
And that's what she is so proud of. And same with me. I'm like, the people will be like, Vanessa, oh my God, the Wizard of Oz stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's amazing. But my husband is a fireman. And so we're just so proud of him, the work that he does. It's just
so beautiful.
It really is. So we're so proud of him.
I love
And I have
that.
to tell you something else, because they won't tell you. But when you are out with Lorna and Colin, Lorna will go up to every fireman and every policeman, every EMF, every service person and thank them personally.
Always.
She will
Always.
always thank them no matter what city she is in. She personally thanks them. She gives them smiles. She thanks them for their service. And, you know, these three women on the screen right now are three of the most generous, kind, connective women I know. And I know, no, I mean it. And
thank you.
You all touch everyone and you make everyone's lives who know you better. And you are all of service. And it's
listen,
amazing.
that's what we have. If we don't have that, we have nothing else.
100%.
Connect to other human beings. Now, I always ask my guests to I like to leave the show with this. I ask my guests, and I will ask Lorna and Vanessa. People that watch the show are other creative people with big hearts that we want to keep creating beauty in the world, right? So if someone is discouraged, if someone is struggling, if someone is a little sad maybe around the holidays, what words of inspiration would you give them to keep going? Just to keep going. So let's start with Vanessa and we'll end with Lorna. Go ahead, Vanessa.
I think as a creative person, and I like to think of myself as creative as well in that way. It's easy to start second guessing yourself. So don't. That intuition that lives inside of you, just run on that. Just listen to that and see where the chips fall. That's it.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Lorna, what would you leave us with?
I would say, you know, it's a rough time. The holidays make it even rougher. Okay. And the one thing is, I think when we get back to the basics of what everything means to all of us at not only this time, but every time and every day and it's not just all of a sudden being nice to somebody because it's Christmas. Be nice and be gentle and be kind every single day. And I know it's hard. I do. But if you do it, I promise it will bring you some joy inside.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. And this is a perfect time to have you on the show. The holiday season. What a warm feeling I have having spent this hour with you. Vanessa, what did you want to throw in? I know you want to say something.
No, I'm like being crazy and I'm like, watch Mom on QVC on
yes,
Saturday.
I was going to say the same thing.
Because it's going to be so festive and Christmassy and the QVC people during the holidays. I mean, oh my God, they're like the Hallmark people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like, so catch her this Saturday if you're looking for some more of our family doing Christmas things. Check it out this Saturday.
Absolutely. Get yourself
and I have the info because Lorna said before I will have the info. We have to give a shout out to Jill Martin. Yes. She is another amazing creative. She is so inspiring. She lights a fire under everyone and she also brings everyone together.
Yeah.
And so watch us at 10 a.m. The 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. show. Saturday Gifts on QVC, 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Eastern time, 10 a.m.
But if you log into any of us, we will have links for you. So
Lorna Luft official, all the Judy Garland estate socials will be on it.
Leo, thank you so much for everything. Danielle, thank you for connecting us. And to all our listeners and viewers, just remember, we love and appreciate you. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week.
Happy holidays, guys.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Yay.